Assalamualaikum guys, so this is Salman here and you're watching Black Ultimate. So forget the new here, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, so gonna subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, hit the like button, and hit the sugar might just follow me if you like so. So today I'm gonna react on the mind-blowing story behind SB19's WYAT. So without any further delay, let's get into it. 1, 2, 3, heavy. So
Strange times we live in. Just a few moments ago, what seemed like a gadget from the future was found in Manila. Incidentally, an eyewitness caught sight of 5 unidentified men leaving the scene. Currently, the location of these men are yet to be known. Authorities are putting up a reward for any leads. Hold on. This just in. The 5 men have been found. In what country? How is that possible? You heard us right, folks. These men seem to have traveled thousands of miles in a span of seconds. Are they holding the keys to bypass the rules of time and space? Is this what the future awaits for us?
SB19 is notorious for playing mind games, especially when it comes to their music videos. From secretly firing back at haters to paying tribute to their fans. They pretty much set a new standard on how a music video should be done, which even rivals some international mainstream artists. So in today's video, you're about to find out the mind-blowing genius behind SB19's Where You At music video.
yeah, the fanboy.
So the first frame shows the boombox, which will play a huge role later in the story. Then it transitions to a black and white scene with SB19 minus Ken. They look a little frustrated because the dude is missing. Now this scene just confirmed that they think of their concepts way ahead of time because they've already done this last year with their Ozone concert.
Wait lang guys, nasa sige.
Missing again. Come on, man.
Ayan, late na naman tayo eh.
This is also a huge shout out to their history when there were still 4 of them and had to wait for Ken before becoming SB19. Before we move on to the next scene, I just want to appreciate their attention to detail here because they even used a fire extinguisher from the 50s that uses baking soda.
Yeah.
You can also see 2 movie references here in Ghostbusters and the Blues Brothers. Then the scene switches to Ken on a Cadillac Eldorado, a luxury car from the 50s. He gets his pocket watch to check the time and get this, the hands are pointing to 8, 10, and 1. 8 plus 10 is 18. Plus 1, it becomes 19.
Okay.
Then the camera pans into a window of a diner. We then see a fork falling from the table, which is a tribute to Filipino superstition, which means a visitor is coming. And why am I not surprised to see these 2 numbers again? Anyway, our visitor arrives and exactly described himself perfectly using the first word from the lyrics. Yup, he was definitely late and proceeded to describe how disconnected he was through this disco type of music. He's also rocking that Elvis Presley look from the 50s and then the camera points toward a moving SB19 poster. Yes, it's moving because it's from the future. And I think Pablo posted it there because it was their mission. After doing this mission, he was gone. More about that mission later. And I swear to God, this diner is a call out to John Travolta's Grease, an 80s movie based in the 50s because Justin easily gives it away through his getup and moves. Then here comes Tel with the peace symbol necklace dancing gracefully into a tiny electric flick, which is a hint to his supernatural ability. Then Josh high-fives him and pulls out his phone to take a snap of him. They're obviously not from this timeline. And while all of these are happening, Ken is being Ken, trying to get away from the crowd to sit in the corner to guess what? Watch anime on his phone? Anyway, this first act pretty much revolves around the boys trying to get a hold of Ken while trying to execute their mission, which I will reveal later on in the video. The first act ended after Josh took a selfie because I think he found Ken in the back through his phone's front camera. So here comes the chorus when they're finally together. Pablo made sure that the poster is perfectly placed before leaving, and Josh did a Back to the Future reference with the guitar before time jumping using the boombox, which is actually a time machine. This time, they're in the 70s. This was the time when gender didn't matter in fashion, and roller disco was a thing. They're just having fun on the stage. We see Stel doing a few hip bumps and the iconic hair swipe, which was also done by Ken earlier. Stell then throws his phone at the screen as it transitions to Ken rocking some recognizable Elvis dance moves. We also see Pablo executing their mission once again. The fun was interrupted as the time machine started glitching out, so Justin started hitting it and they suddenly find themselves in the mid-80s.
Oh,
This era was the rise of 8-bit games like Super Mario and Space Invaders, hence the arcade setup. But there's something wrong with the scene. It's this one. You don't say pinball because it's supposed to be pinball. Unless it's a reference to Pinono. Stell also did a blaster gunshot here, which is a clear nod to the 80s movies like Star Wars and Terminator. Anyway, here comes Pablo again doing their mission for the last time. In the next scene is Stell going full electric mode. The effects look exactly like what was used in the movie Back in the Future. This revealed that Stell is a dude who has superpowers that allow him to survive time travel without these triangle earrings that the other four boys are wearing except him. This could be a nod to his Superman persona and could also be a shout out to the movie called Tomorrowland, which features a similar triangle medallion that allows you to travel through space and time. We also see Justin doing this, and surprise surprise, we see this number again.
okay.
And of course the word king on both sides. SB19, P-Pop Kings, what do you expect? And the climax shows us the present day, which is also a representation of their creative minds that allows them to make music that breaks the rules of space and time. So why do I say it that way? What exactly was their mission? Stay tuned in the next episode.
Amazing.
Just kidding. So the story of the music video speaks a lot about their musical impact. The moving poster is a metaphor for their music because it talks to you. The different timelines represent different generations.
Okay.
The seniors, the adults, the young ones, and even the kids. Their mission was to leave them in different timelines, and whoever finds them forms a special connection with them because their music transcends ages. This brings us to the last scene of the video. New fans are finally able to find their music and are looking for them for more. Which only means one thing. After all their trials and tribulations, their mission, which seems to only be a dream, is now turning into reality.
Amazing video. Who made this? He's just a genius guy. He Chuck the fanboy reactor. He's also a genius. That's amazing to know them. They are so genius and good singer. So amazing. So if you guys are still watching my video, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, so can you subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, hit the like button. And if you guys have any question or request, just comment below. Just tell me. I'll try to fulfill your request. So until thank you. I'll see you soon in the next video. Goodbye.